Yo, check this out. Now here's the kicker. What's up?
Wait.
I'm Hallow. I run Beastieball most of the time. I run some other games too. I am here with two other Beastieball runners, mistypalms and Zonk, who will be on commentary. If you guys could say hi.
Yeah, I can say hi. I'm mistypalms. Pronouns are she, they, as you can see. I am a Beastieball speedrunner and am happy to be here.
Hello, I am Zonk. I also speedrun this game sometimes, and also do a lot of PvP in this game. And yeah, I'm really excited to see this run.
Yeah, so Beastieball, if you are not familiar, is a volleyball creature collector currently in early access. Whole bunch of creatures which we are not going to be collecting today because we will be going through the game very quickly. We're running all ranked coaches. I'm getting all of this out of the way because it's a very fast-paced run. All ranked coaches is a category where we're going to beat every single ranked coach across the region before entering the Crown Series at the end of the game and rolling credits. Not too much more to explain, though, before we get into the run. So could I, before we start, have the winner of the Kitchik and Sprecko name bid wars?
So it looks like we have Gay Justice coming in at $100 for the first bid war, and for the Sprecko bid war, we have Gay Wrath.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so Ding didn't win, so I'll make that the final name. Most important. All right.
Very important.
We ready to go? I'm ready to go. All right. So without further ado, as soon as I click this finish button, I'm going to start skipping cutscenes rapidly. Whenever you hear me clapping, that is me hitting the skip cutscene button, probably more than I need to. But either way, if we're all set to go, starting the day in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And I fail to get off the bench immediately. So, Beastieball, we are picking Kitchik. I will name them shortly. This is the tutorial fight, which we're going to win real quick. We learned very quickly that you need 2 beasties to play because points are scored in this game by either hitting an empty lane or by, in a moment, depleting a beastie's stamina by hitting them with powerful attacks over and over again, which is going to be our main way of winning fights. That's Riley. We'll see her again later. And we are just immediately off to start doing all of the things. We're going to go around a whole bunch of places, gather a bunch of items we need, and get a bunch of warp points. Because there's a big map in this game. It's pretty open world. And having those warp points available will make the rest of the run faster as we have to, go back around the world and actually beat everyone. Quick death warp here to unlock that campsite, and then we're heading back down and around. We're going to go through Quartz Canyon and basically try and get to a mid-game area a lot earlier than a casual player typically would.
Quick jump in. It looks like the Fruit Fruits and name bid war is open.
Awesome.
Yes.
So we are recruiting a third beastie in this run later. We only need 3, despite the fact that we could have up to 5 on our team at once. Frufolks is going to be the one that we recruit later. These two here, I forgot to name them. It was Gay Justice and Gay Wrath, correct?
Yes.
Let's do that now. My muscle memory is too strong.
Everyone, naming things takes up time.
Naming things takes up time. I still might be able to PB because my PB is currently not very good, but we'll see. Anyway, this is Jack. We're losing to them a bunch because we need some experience to actually get past them.
Yeah, so in this run, it turns out that losing is typically the most efficient way to get more powerful. So this is just the first of many tactical defeats that we will be taking along the way. Mostly to our rival, Jack here.
Mostly to Jack.
Cool and has a 3 face with the angry eyes on their visor, which is great.
Yes, and they have horns. And rocket boots.
And they howl whenever you start a battle with them.
Indeed. One of the characters in this game, one of the best characters in this game.
Yeah.
I forgot to add an
Characters of all
adjective there.
time, I would say.
Yeah, probably. Either way, we are losing here to get up to level 16, at which point Kachek here will metamorph into Ostraci.
I think you mean
World
gay
to-
justice.
You're absolutely right. I do mean Gay
That's
Justice.
true.
Gay Justice will
is
metamorph.
going to.
Gay
Which
justice will
Digimon level is
metamorph into
that?
a more powerful version.
Yeah. And also, as a bonus, get fully healed. So,
Yes,
which
that's the
saves
most
a nice bit
important
of
part.
time.
So we can just go right back into this fight after this metamorph happens and immediately win it, assuming I don't do anything wrong. A nice thing about this game is there's no damage RNG or anything, so we don't have to deal with any of that. There's sometimes some AI RNG, so some fights such as this one will have a bit of a flowchart to them, but damage is deterministic. So you always
There's a
know
lot of
how much damage
flowcharts
your
in this
attacks. There's a lot of flowcharts. All right, we see Lioness in the front, which means I am going to flex and click shove into Lioness and hope that they just stand there and take it. Awesome.
Yay!
Yay. I love when the AI is stupid.
Love when the AI
Yep.
behaves.
Sometimes Lioness will block there. Some things to note about this game. There is a front row and a back row. You deal more damage from the front row and take less damage in the back row. So we're going to be spending a lot of time in the front row because we want to deal more damage. We see these two become partners, which is the more likely relationship type. Unfortunately, comes with a combo move. You get combo moves for having beasties form relationships with each other. Unfortunately, that is less fast than rivals. So hopefully, by the end of the run, we will see their relationship develop into a rivals one by the time we get to the Crown Series. If it doesn't, we're probably fine.
Also, we just glossed over Hallow going out of bounds twice there.
Oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I?
You're not supposed to do that. Those out of bounds are relatively minor times. They're pretty. They're quite nice. But
like-
you can go through this area normally.
They're like 10 seconds each, more or less.
Yeah. Skip some
You get some
unnecessary
useful items
fights.
out of them.
Or just, well, the first one skips an unnecessary fight, which used to be necessary and very annoying. The other one is just a lot faster than the intended way of going around.
I'm going a lot of places I'm not supposed to right now. If you couldn't tell, that was a sequence break
Yeah.
so that I could get this warp point early. We are going to lose to Jack once here, but I'll be back later to lose a lot more.
Yeah, we really do just like beat Jack once and then immediately rush to the next location to get beat up by Jack.
Yep.
To be fair, that is kind of the gatekeeping mechanic in this game, and it is
Yes.
not so much
Jack is-
gatekeeping as like a beef gate, sort of. And as speedrunners, it's just kind of a suggestion to us anyways, because
Yeah,
we
Jack is
found ways
intended
to skip everything.
to block your progress to later game areas mostly. But
Yo, Trat on screen.
Yo, Trat on screen.
Oh yes, Trat on screen. We have to mention Trat.
Yo, more
Trat. We
Trats
love
on
Trat.
screen because I ran into them.
Oh no.
I'll be
go.
donating
Optimal mistake.
$5 for each optional encounter I hit. That is now 10.
We're counting.
So if anyone wants to
right?
If anyone wants to count that in chat, whenever I say, "Oh no, I hit a fight I wasn't supposed to,"
It's really
please
hard
do
to
that
not
and
do
feel free
that.
to match my donation. Oh my gosh, that UFL was incredibly close to the bottom of the screen. Anyway, you see me dipping into screens and right back out of them a lot. That's just so I can unlock work points.
Yeah,
because
there are
we will
some
be
work
returning to
points
them.
that will work for, and some where it won't. You saw the what's called a zip station in Domain Park, which was the previous area we were at. We couldn't just enter and leave there because it requires you to get close, and the campsites are generally like that as well.
Right.
Yep. That campsite, you need to walk approximately 2 inches into the room to unlock. And I have lost a run to not walking 2 inches into that room.
Anyway, we just picked up an athletic spray. That'll be important later. We're also gathering a whole lot of money objects. Oh, $15. Didn't get the skip.
That one's rough.
It's hard. If you interact with that rope there, you can actually avoid that fight at all, because when you interact with the rope, the beastie there will stop chasing you. But unfortunately, I didn't get it there. Make sure I pick that up. That's an exercise video, which is an extra level that we will definitely need later in the run.
Yup.
Yeah, and just to note, interacting with anything resets whether a guardian is chasing you. So we have done that kind of trick with also talking to someone or getting an item
wait, I
or
forgot
picking
to
up a
heal.
ball. Oh, no.
Here's our first rank coach. Yeah,
Just
wait.
Well,
Kaz isn't going to play us until he actually has people who showed up to watch, and no one showed up to watch. So we are going to find the 3 most bored-looking people in town. And by that, I mean we are going to find 2 of them and then leave for 30 minutes and show up later with the 3rd.
and then absolutely stomp him.
A combination or a common occurrence in this game is we are going to do fights that are required to unlock a ranked coach before we actually do the ranked coach.
Like a lot before that.
Yes.
Ooh, here we go with
here's
one of the most fun skips.
Yes,
in the game.
here is the first instance of a replay skip, where by loading a replay inside of a Guardian zone, we can make them just disappear. This will be, again, important later.
Very important.
Here's an extremely easy out of bounds that saves a lot of time if I actually move up long enough. There we go.
There you go.
Beautiful.
That saves a lot of time. We are now in a late game area.
This is
We're now in one of the highest level areas in the game.
out of bounds skip in this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an object that gets us $300. We're going to use that to make our stats very good. And we're going to sell it in a moment. After we activate the final ranked coach we will be coming to beat in Dominic. I have a quick cutscene here, so I'm going to take a drink of water. This is Valerie on the left. We'll see her a lot later. This is Dominic on the right. We'll see him slightly less a lot later.
Yeah, this is, you get to this area and they're supposed to show off this match between 2 of the top ranked coaches in the game.
And Dominic just gets stomped.
Yeah, Dominic gets stomped. This is a completely unrealistic match. Like,
Yeah, truly.
Valerie only brings 2 beasties? And
Yep.
like, how did she win that? Was Dominic just that dumb? He's pretty hard. He's a pretty hard fight.
He's probably the hardest fight in the game. Which you would
Yeah.
think that would be the champion, but no.
Throughout early access, Dominic has been our nemesis as the game gets some balance patches or more features get added or AI gets tweaked. He is the big nemesis of any percent runs in this game. In ARC, we have a much more consistent route for him, thankfully.
Yeah.
So this
The
run
thing-
hasn't changed that much.
The thing about Dominic is that normally you have to beat several ranked coaches to get your rank high enough to enter the Crown Series and beat the game. But Dominic is just so high rank that if you just beat him, you immediately get enough rank to go to the end game. So it's the fastest option for any percent. But unfortunately, his fight is really hard, and the game keeps changing and very slightly.
Or
Shout outs to the devs
sometimes
for
majorly.
continually making balance patches to make the game better and better. But
Yes.
it is annoying for any percent speedrun.
Anyway, to get to what we're doing right now and losing a bunch, and explain the experience system more, you get more experience when you're fighting BCs who are around your level. So this is actually our last loss to Jack here. But a thing that Jack has, and the reason why we've lost to them so much, is they don't have diminishing returns on the amount of experience we can get from them. Any other fights, such as Guardian fights like this one, do have diminishing returns, so we're going to lose basically 2 points here. Right. we're going to lose basically 2 points here and then move on to the next one. And that's going to be a theme of the next bit. We are going to warp back to 1,000 Views now and go through this area, Domain Park, backward, which is going to make traversal a lot easier, so we can go and lose to a bunch of high-level beasties here. And obviously, losing to high-level beasties is going to get us more experience than losing to low-level beasties. But the athletic spray we picked up earlier is making this grind incredibly fast by doubling all of our experience.
Is it double now? I thought it was 1.5.
I'm never sure whether it's doubling or 1.5. It's labeled in-game as double.
Oh, okay. I just simply trusted the game.
Yep. We lose to that Magpike twice because we want to be a slightly higher level so we can get more experience from upcoming fights. Because again, when we have diminishing returns on this experience, we want the first point to be as good as possible. And we're going to get all the way up to level 36 basically real quick, and it's going to have been less than 15 minutes, and we're already going to have the final stage of our starter.
Speaking of real quick, a quick update on that Pre-Folks name bid war. Currently, Gay Pants is in the lead with $10, and That Gay is close behind with 5.
Awesome.
Yo, if Gay Pants... okay. I need to ask a question of the community in Twitch chat. If Gay Pants wins, should I change Ostracine then to be Castlelete's name to that? Because that's just so appropriate.
I think that is why it was going to be the name, right?
No, because this is the bid war for Fruitfuls.
Yeah, but look at
nobody saw the cool pants.
Yeah,
That's
look
true.
at Ostracine's.
Like, should I change it and make Fruitfuls' name Gay Revenge? Unfortunately, I do not successfully give up serve. Giving up serve is fast because it means we don't have to wait out their offense turn. So I lost like a few seconds there.
I have to say, Gay Revenge is a very Fruitfolksy name, too.
It is. That's what I'm asking. Let me know what chat thinks, Pratik.
Will do.
Yeah, so we have probably a little under 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes left on that. Oh, I fell down. I forgot what I was doing. We have a little over 10 minutes left on that bid war. So get your donations in soon if you think you have a good name for Fruitfuls. Or if you want me to rename Ostracized Gay Pants and name Fruitfuls Gay Revenge. Which will lose me time, but I'm willing to do it.
Of course.
All right. We are real close to there. We have, of course, replaced all of our Ostracized moveset and none of our Spreco's moveset during this grind. Ostracized moveset is now Shield, Launch, and Thump. Launch is a fantastic serving move, which is going to shift us to the front row whenever we use it. Here's the quiz. What does that do? It does more damage. Thump deals a bunch of damage, but can also be used from the front row, whereas Launch cannot. And Shield means we take less damage and can't be knocked out, which is very important. Anyway, last loss here, and we're going to see the Metamorph into Castley. Which I suppose will mean that we're now more Gay Shorts than Gay Pants, but you know.
We also saw a pretty neat little skip there.
Oh, yes.
That skip's actually having to defeat Jack the second time.
Yes. I jumped onto the back of a bench and then onto a tree and got out of bounds is maybe a strong word for it because I'm not inside anything compared to some of the other out of bounds skips. Oh, not mess this up. There we go. But either way, definitely somewhere I'm not supposed to be. But very useful because it means we can get to this part of mainframe without having to win the fight against Jack.
Do we ever beat Jack?
We never beat that fight.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
I remember that we don't.
You're definitely supposed to.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's a warp point.
Jack isn't a rank coach, so who cares?
we're going to get into some of the main quests of the story starting a bit now. This is Reese. Reese is doing some research on these mushroom colonies, which you can see in the background. There are 3 of them around the region, and we're going to need to visit all of them. Each of them is guarded by a rowdy beastie. It would be a shame if that didn't matter at all.
It didn't matter at all.
Oh, how strange.
Yes. So, like with the Guardians, which you've probably seen us skipping, all of these rowdy fights that you're supposed to do to progress the story of the game can be skipped by either like getting into their range and then forfeiting and then walking past them, or making them disappear with a replay. Anyway, here's our next fight. This is Gene. We just need a key item from him, which we're going to need to access a ranked coach.
Some of the people in chat are correctly identifying research.
Yes, research.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's stuff. We're now going to give Gay Justice a whole bunch of strength. And we're going to save the other training items for later. There are a lot of gym visits in this runs to basically improve our beastie's stats. But either way, here are some high schoolers. We're going to give them the experience of playing against a very strong Beastieball coach, despite the fact that we literally have not increased our rank at all so far in the game. But I suppose we look cool and intimidating because we have a cast elite, and they're right to be intimidated because we are going to one-shot all of their beasties.
They are trying to defeat us with the power of friendship, and I think they didn't anticipate Gay Justice and Gay Wrath being the opponents.
Fortunately, not as powerful. Friendship is not as powerful as Gay Justice and Gay Wrath.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, though. You know,
Gay Justice, Gay Wrath, and a very powerful kick. Anyway, these fights are not required for the story, but they are required for the speedrun, because at the end of these, we are going to get, well, we got a level, which is good and all, but we are going to get 3 exercise videos in a moment, which is going to be 3 levels, which we very much need on Cast Elite. You will see some damage numbers later in the range of 101, 102, maybe a 104 here or there. Beasties all have 100 stamina, and we want, believe it or not, to one-shot things.
It's pretty good to be able to one-shot. Oh my god.
Oh.
That usually bounces and hit back and hits the lever.
I think that's an extra $5.
Is it an extra $5? It wasn't an encounter. It didn't lose as much time. I can make it an extra $1.
True.
That seems reasonable.
All right, extra $1.
There are a lot more fights I could still hit. Oh, I need the voting license before I go left. We now have a voting license. We're going to go sailing immediately. And head off to finally our first ranked coach of the run in a bit. 1 out of 8. And that is going to be Sun Tzu. We'll meet him in a bit, but first we have to get into the club, which is the reason why we had to beat Gene. Oh my gosh. I just saved time that I didn't know I could save.
Yo.
There were some AI tweaks in a patch that went out a couple days ago, and they didn't seem to affect anything, but apparently Gary can sting Iligus now, which saves us a whole bunch of time because it means that Cast Elite isn't tired and can click launch again. You love to see it. Anyway.
Because they changed how the AI... Well, the AI really loved that move Sting before, to the point where it would usually click it instead of doing anything to make it not lose the point. So they fixed that, and apparently it also benefits the speedrun. Yippee.
Can benefit the speedrun. I have not had a run yet out of 2 or 3 on this patch that actually got that. Anyway, this is Sun Tzu. He can call us bro. We're going to go on the dance floor and dance really fast, real quick.
Sun Tzu is that unusual type of person who belongs in the club and is in the club.
Yes. Anyway, our beasties are really tired after dancing so fast, but it would be a shame if we had a smoothie so we could just make one of them not wiped anymore and then one-shot his entire team without actually going to a heal point.
Wait, you beat Sun Tzu with a wiped beastie? That's awesome.
Yes. And we get a full heal afterward. Anyway, as you can see, we have a level advantage of 21 at the moment, which is going to let us very easily break through his team. This will be a common theme of 7 out of the 8 ranked coach fights. This is the fastest way to get through the game. I'm sorry, it's boring. Anyway, that's Sun Tzu.
Speaking of going fast, how much longer do we have on that bid war?
Great question. We probably have like 3 minutes.
Okay, we'll be keeping the names the same, but currently Bat Gay is in the lead with $55, and
Bad
Gay Pants
Gay?
is close behind.
Bat.
Bat?
Bat
Gay.
gay. Bat gay. Okay, that makes
There's
a lot.
parentheses around the gay.
Oh, is it bat parentheses gay?
Yes.
Awesome.
And Gay
perfect.
Pants is close behind with $10.
Bat parentheses single lesbian mom unfortunately does not fit.
Very sad.
It's true.
Anyway, this is the second mushroom colony, or, well, it will be the second mushroom colony as soon as we complete this quest to let us go through there. There is a skip, which we use in any percent to avoid having to do this side quest, which saves like a minute. But we actually need to get past that giant tort anchor, which you saw and will see again in a bit, in order to access the second rank coach we're going to fight, which is Marcy. In the meantime, we have a little bit of a quest to retrieve a cassette tape from the original Coast of that Beastie, which we now have just received. But we're going to activate our fight with Riven while we're here in Barrel. Just doing some warps to move faster. Our athletic spray wears off, which is expected. We make it worth its while. But either way, just kidding, this is the second mushroom colony. We're actually going back to the other one to make it the third in just a moment, but since we're in the area, this saves a little bit of map movement. There are a ton of just micro optimizations in this game. It's a lot of fun.
Hallow has been almost exclusively responsible for all of the micro optimizations, I think.
Hey, give Misty some credit for a few like minute things that are faster.
You're so correct. Misty has also done some micro optimization. I have done decidedly 0 of the micro optimizations in this game. I am only interested in macro optimization.
Anyway,
sorry.
That's all 3 of the mushroom colonies, so that quest is nearly wrapped up. We'll still need to go find Reese in a bit. But in the meantime, we're gonna go beat Marcy. I will let you know when to close the bid war.
Yeah, coming up here.
Also, I saw someone ask in chat if they missed losing to Jack for 10 minutes. Not really 10 minutes anymore. Still kind of a bit, but...
I do not miss losing to Jack for 10 minutes. This is way more fun.
That was my first macro optimization.
Yes.
Was being like, hey, did you know you can lose to Jack for 10 minutes and be high level? Thankfully, we found out some slightly better ways to do that.
Anyway, this is the pirate show. We need to find a couple treasures, and we know exactly where they are. And we need to beat these coaches, or pirates. Marcy is a lot of people's favorite ranked coach, I think, and for very good reason.
Marcy's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway,
also,
here's the second treasure.
This is the only place in the game that you do a different mode of Beastieball called Captain's
Not
Mode.
quite. We are going to play tennis mode as well.
Oh, sure.
But this is Captain's Mode. Explain Captain's Mode.
This is the only place you play Captain's Mode.
Sure.
So, yeah, you only get points if you defeat the Beastie with the crown over its head. So, some of the other things that we do, like hitting into an open lane, don't work here.
Yep.
You just need to be very strong.
I am going to need that Frufolk's bid war closed, and I'll need the name in just a moment, because once we have beaten Marcy, we are immediately going into that recruit.
Great. It looks like it will be Bat Gay, all lowercase, parentheses around the gay.
All lowercase. Awesome. You love to see it.
Extremely good.
All right, I'm using an attract spray, which is going to make the Frufolks here spawn at a higher level. I ideally wanted to give them serve, but unfortunately failed in that task. So we are going to cope with a slightly slower recruit fight.
We
Also,
blessed
Trat
with
on
Trat.
screen. Blessed
Yo,
Trat.
Trat on screen. So, Fruit Folks,
Pop
every
off the
beastie in this
Trat.
game has a unique recruit condition. Fruit Folks' recruit condition is heal 5+ times. So we have Refresh and Clear Field on Illigus to help with that. And that's a real easy recruit. We have the Star Jersey and a Jersey Patch, which we picked up earlier. The Jersey Patch is going to increase a stat on Fruit Folks called Coaching Percentage, which basically makes its stats more consistent as it goes up. Beasties start with a random amount of coach percentage in each stat, and when it gets to 100, it is entirely consistent. We also had a couple conditioning tickets, and so it is already at 100%, which we love to see. Anyway, here is the last bit of the Reese storyline before the end game, and we're also going to challenge Celia while we're here, but we'll be back to beat them later. Our next coach we're going to fight is actually in the well.
I missed it. Did you change the name?
I did not, thank you. I should also change
Very
moves.
important.
Yes. We have bat parentheses gay.
See, Chat is helping you actually by reminding you to menu when you need to.
Do parentheses? Nope, we don't have parentheses in this font. I need to use brackets.
Fractions then.
Yeah, as I recall, naming things with parentheses actually caused some issues. You used to be able to, and then I found out that my tower matches were crashing. And Greg was like, "Oh, it's because there's parentheses in your beasties."
Oh, I need to forfeit this. Here, that's another $5. Who's counting? That one we can technically skip with a replay, but it's not usually faster to open a replay as opposed to just running into them and then forfeiting. Oh, didn't quite grab that. Let's hope this skull cookie is not in my way. They are not. Awesome. So we're hitting these walls, which are actually illusions, with balls to dispel the illusions and get through the Solanum Welt here, where we are going to find the third ranked coach we are challenging this run in Callisto. The order is very specific. Hopefully I don't get a bad respawn here. Cool. That fight we do have to run into or reload skip.
Technically,
There's so much to
but
explain in this game.
It's slower, I think, to do the run around thing and get them stuck underneath.
Yeah, true. All right, here's a wall that we need to get past. It's actually, again, some more illusions.
The main reason we get the Fruit Folks, in fact,
is so that we can win this fight, because if you look at my damage calcs there, those hits from Cassidy off those very powerful attacks do 0 damage. The Gastic Whisper Mystic line has a trait called Intangible, which means they can't get hit by body moves or can't take damage from body moves.
There's Spooky Ghost. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. One more exercise video for the road there, and we run into the Sports King again.
I get to see the beautiful new inside of this building.
New backgrounds which got added to the game this patch. They look so beautiful.
Yeah, literally
wow.
2 days ago.
Literally 2 days ago. And I experienced these for the first time in a speedrun, and I was very sad about it. I need Cassily back in the front so I can one-shot things here. All right, we get
This is the first time I'm seeing this background.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's really cool.
This went from an incredibly unassuming area to one of the most beautiful areas in the game. So shout outs to the dev team who's doing work on that. I believe most of the 3D stuff is Harlow's work. Not entirely sure. Someone check me on that in chat. Anyway, we are making our way up this tower.
The vibes of the wizards, I think, in Wandersong, which is another game by Wishes.
Yes. Wishes Unlimited make fantastic games. If you have not played Wandersong or Chicory, you should absolutely go and do that and then play Beastieball. Or in the other order, I don't mind, just do it. Anyway, we got a full heal there after traversing the tower, so now we are going to see the first instance of we really needed every single one of those levels we got, because in a moment we are going to see this Conjar switch in, and we are going to deal 101 damage. If we are one level less, we do not get this one shot and lose a turn, which is like 10 seconds or so. Anyway, absolute banger.
Also, new music?
New music got added to the soundtrack, like, again, 2 days ago. We get about 10 seconds of it. Anyway, that's a fight we don't have to do because we're on a speed run. Fruitfolk's back to the front here, and we're gonna immediately jump into the quest for our 4th ranked coach in Elena. Elena is a live streamer, and there are a whole bunch of people here who really want to be on the live stream. We're gonna crush their dreams.
With gay justice and bat gay.
With gay justice and bat parentheses gay.
Yep.
If you see me moving Fruitfolks to the front, it's usually because they can get a one-shot that Castleet cannot.
Right, which reminds me, there's 3 different like types of attacks in this game.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that yet, have we?
You kind of saw some of that with the intangible wall, because those specifically block body attacks, but the other 2 are spirit and mind. And
yes,
Fruitfolks is primarily a spirit attacker, and Illigus is supposed to be a mind attacker, but is more of a support beastie. So
more of a support beastie in this run. In PvP, it is a very potent mind attacker. Anyway, this is Elena. We're making her chat post a whole bunch of axolotl yeses. And now we're gonna go beat her again after healing. I need to remember to heal here. And I'm getting stuck in the zip station.
Brings up a good point in the chat. New music by who, Hallow?
By Lena Rain of Celeste fame, of Minecraft fame, of Guild Wars 2 fame, if you're into that game, of Chicory fame. Fantastic. Oh, it did break the name, actually, but it shows up all right in battle, at least.
That's beautiful.
It does not show up right in the overworld, which is quite amusing. We're going to block here so we can get an easy receive if Castleet gets hit, which means we don't have to volley the ball. That's something I haven't explained yet. But it is useful to not need to volley the ball, because that means we can send it right back over the net. Anyway, that's 4 ranked coaches. We're going to be qualified for the Crown Series in a moment once we hit rank 100 after this fight. And we're going to immediately register for the Crown Series and go do a bunch of stuff leading up to the Crown Series, because we don't want those fights to scale. However, we are not actually going to do the Crown Series yet, because we still have another 4 ranked coaches that we need to beat. Ignore the voids behind some doors, by the way. That's because I'm playing on a Mac. They don't know how to fix that one yet. They'll get there eventually. It's on the to-do list.
True.
Anyway, we're going to get a bunch of phone calls while we go get this work point, and then we're going to go beat Reese for the last time.
Is now a good time for some donation updates?
Now is a great time for some donation updates.
Great. I would love to thank chat. We are 24% of the way to Uki mode for Tetris the Grandmaster. If you are interested in hearing monkey sounds, which we have had described as the most aggravating game effect from Tetris Effect Mystery Mode, but making it even sillier, you can donate for that. We're 156 of the $650 there. So please go ahead and keep donating. You only have Tetris the Grandmaster, you only have the rest of this run and Pokemon Puzzle League to hit that incentive. So keep donating, everyone.
That sounds incredibly important. I hope we hit that. Anyway, here is our fight against Jack, the last one of the run. We are finally going to see the usefulness of Illigus's Trapper ability and move Lay Trap, as traps are basically an entry hazard, so whenever a beastie tags in, they are going to take a little bit of damage, and you'll see very quickly some calculations that show launch dealing 99 damage. This is where traps come in. These beasties can't switch in and not get knocked out by launch because they take 8 damage per stack of trap on the field. This is going to be incredibly useful during the Crown Series. Anyway, we are now going to go beat the rest of the ranked coaches, or all but one of the rest of the ranked coaches. First up is Riven, who we saw a bit earlier, and these are all going to be fairly low-level teams relative to ours, so it's just going to be a bunch of one-shots. If we have some more donations you'd like to read critique, go right ahead.
Yeah, of course. We have $50 from Maggie Evelina saying, what's better than volleyball? Gay beast volleyballing for justice with a helpful side of wrath. Thanks to all of y'all for giving your time and skills towards legal assistance for queer and trans folk in a time when it's sorely needed. Less than 3, good luck, and trans rights forever.
Trans rights forever.
We also have $5 from Shade saying, I'll take care of the donation for missing the throw. Love you. Good luck.
Thank you, Shade.
Oh, and we have $5 from Trat Summer saying, you best start believing in sports anime. You're in one.
Yep.
Oh, holy heck. We are over halfway to the Uki mode incentive. We are at $366 of that
Let's go.
$650. We just got in a massive donation, so thank you so much. And as a bonus, we are at $11,496. If you want to be the person to donate that $5 to get us over the 11.5 mark, go ahead and donate.
Very exciting.
Hell yeah.
All right, this is ranked coach number 6, and another instance of we don't want to hit a beastie who's shielding, so we can't just mash through the fight, and we actually have to think about what we're clicking. Is it all one shot
Just
still?
click
Yes.
the lower one instead
But
of
if
the
you
higher
hit-
one.
But if you hit the shield, you lose 10 seconds.
Yep.
All right, that's Kaz, ranked coach number 6. We're now going to go beat Celia, who is number 7. And then we will be doing one more endgame fight before actually fighting Dominic, because if we do that endgame fight after fighting Dominic, it will have scaled by 11 levels, which we do not want, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But routing sort of around the scaling of this game was a very interesting experience, just figuring out, okay, what order can we do all of these in so that we still one-shot everything? Anyway.
That was a major roadblock to like having a viable all-rank coaches route. So shout out to everybody who helped with that.
Yeah, shout out
Demonic
to
Mermaid.
Odd Anomaly, Demonic Mermaid, Jay Davis to an extent, who have just been so helpful to making these happen. I need to change moves on Ilgus. Let's not forget that. This is Shloom, affectionately referred to as God. We're gonna lose 2 points to them. This is the only rowdy fight we actually do in the run. You'll see we only need to win 1 point to win this fight, because we just need to calm this beastie down. They need to win 3 in order for it to end, so we're actually gonna lose some points so that we don't take damage. And also, we'll,
It's a bit of XP.
you know, be able to do some damage on our own and gain a whole bunch of experience from it as well. Right. Does not look like I'm getting rivals, unfortunately, because that would have had to happen by now.
No damn.
Hopefully we don't see anything change. Hopefully we don't get messed up on Dominic. Because when beasties have relationships arcs, they get temperamental and can start messing each other up a little bit. It's, you can imagine that's not very good for a speedrun. Anyway, you
Does make
see
it a little bit
an
more
instance.
confusing.
You see an instance of lane stacking here. If your beasties are stacked in the same lane, the one in the front also gets the defense boost, which means Castellite takes less damage there. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. This is a bad sign for Dominic. That little slight cutscene there was a little bit of relationship drama, which thankfully did not mess me up. Hopefully they do not mess with the Dominic fight. I'm stuck in the zip station again. All right, we are going to give Castellite 1 more level, and then this is where the run gets real. If the run hasn't felt real to this point, this is when we have to start really thinking about things. Should I save
hoping
before
that our
this?
beasties don't have too much relationship drama.
I need to change Ilias's moves. Basically, what's going to happen here is if I see some drama, I'm just gonna forfeit and then try again.
Fair enough.
Hopefully, if there's drama, it happens immediately. I hit the wrong beastie, so we're going to forfeit and then try again.
Classic.
Let's add another $5. How much am I at now? 25, 30? That was certainly not a fight I needed. And that also makes it more likely that relationship drama will happen now, which is a bad thing. We will see. We're gonna block Bo here, despite the fact that we're taking a really big attack. This allows us to click the supportive move Lay Trap twice, which sets up every layer of trap we can, and it's going to deal 32 damage to this Supalero on tag in, as we do 72 damage to it just getting past the 100 mark and getting the wipe. We're now going to see the usefulness of shield from our side from the first time, as Castle would very easily go down. Oh dear. What are you doing? Hopefully you're not messing anything up. Yeah, it seems they've gotten a power boost, which is not the most concerning thing. Castle is actually going to drain itself here. Something I haven't mentioned, we got some spa salts earlier to change its trait to overwork, which means we deal even more damage, but take 10 stamina damage every time we attack. Oh, Serena's still in. Something has happened.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Possibly from the boost, the relationship boost.
Possibly. Am I gonna lose here? I am gonna lose here. Let's see how I can not lose. Okay, we are off script, everyone. Let's do this.
Yippee! It's
Yippee!
a classic of Beastieball
Never mind,
marathons.
we've lost. There has not been, I think, a single marathon showing of this game where there has not been some level of scuff. So we're gonna forfeit and try again. And hopefully the flowchart should still work. Oh, your defense is down. Okay, we're definitely forfeiting that one.
Oh no! That's the relationship drama!
Relationship drama is somewhat random. It is one of the few things that randomness affects the speedrun with. But it makes your casual experience really fun. Basically, there are 4 different relationship types which determine how your beasties interact with each other. Those being rivals, partners, besties, and sweethearts. Unfortunately, we probably won't see any sweethearts, so no gay beasties this run. It may happen right near the end.
I mean, they can still be gay.
Oh, you just got a massive power boost. Okay, that shouldn't mess things up, but might. Okay, we are once again off script. Ali is going to... Okay, lovely. This might be relatively okay.
That looks winnable.
We might be... This is, I think, a winnable position. Yeah, Rocket is not going to knock out Frufolks, and we have a Spirit Attacker on the field here. Frufolks' Spirit Defense is a lot better than its Body Defense, so seeing Ali out here is going to make this probably much more winnable. The real question is, can we knock them out here? And the answer is, if they don't switch, then yes. But we did it.
Beautiful.
We did it.
All right.
All right, we're on to the Crown Series, everyone. Let's go. That was a surprisingly small amount of scuff, considering how badly that could have gone. All right.
I do think that might be the least scuffed Beastieball marathon we've ever had.
Yeah. You shouldn't have said that this early, because there are still things that could go wrong.
Okay,
We're in the
we
Crown
got past
Series
Dominic.
now. I'm actually gonna turn off autosave and just make a safety save here, so that I can make absolutely sure my flowcharts are as close to working as possible. We do have more levels than we need to. Anyway, here's Marlon. He was our mentor and the person who initially gave up the mantle of... Okay, we see Goldie in. Okay, launch into Castle Leech. I have a flowchart to follow. Focus time. Thump into the wire.
Yeah, so Marlon is a person who, if you played the game casually, you would know a lot about, because he's all over the tutorial, and he's like he's like kind of a mentor figure. But we skipped all of that, so now this is the first time we're seeing him.
He's given us a couple phone calls.
That's true, which we skipped.
Which we skipped. Anyway.
All of the clapping is now paid off, and we haven't seen more.
Yes. Okay, we can win the point here. There we go.
That's true. By the way, the clapping is a just normal feature of this game. There's a clap button.
Yes.
Hallow has bound that to the same button as skip cutscene because it's
so
funny.
You can hear just how often I click it, which is usually a lot more than I need to. Anyway, we are past Marlin. We are on to Barnes. This is where we really, really want to have rivals, and I am sad that we don't. However, it should work for most instances. There are a couple fairly unlikely AI decisions that can cause this fight to not go how we want, but we get one of the ones that we know how to fight. So we're going to set up traps here, and I need to use partners here instead. This is going to give Castleet a power boost, and we are going to, I believe, it was overworking to Illu, so we are going to thump into Danny, and it should be Lewis tagging in, which we get the KO. Awesome.
Nice.
Just barely.
That's nice.
You can tell this is not a version of this fight I have to deal with all that much. I block Fernando here. All right, and now we should just be winning this fight right here. And we only have one more real fight before the end of the game. Traps there allowing us to pick up that KO on Max the Zephyr. Despite the fact that we don't quite deal 100 damage. Here's Jean. I need to remember to put Vigor Beam on Castleet. This is the first time we've changed their moveset in like 30 minutes.
Yo.
And it's gonna deal just a little bit more damage. I hit the wrong beastie. Does that mess me up? I think we should be fine. Oh, wait, no, we're not fine. Oops, that was a mistake. I believe I just don't quite get the KO here because of anticipation. I blocked the wrong BC. Oh,
Yeah, you may have seen
we
on
shouldn't. All right, Foucault should shield here, right? Right?
Almost.
Yeah,
certainly.
okay.
Yeah,
So we get
that's
the
like
KO
what
on Famine, but I am off of my flowchart, which is never a good sign.
But Jean's like not that bad. Jean is an improvisable fight. You got this.
Yeah, Jean is the, despite being the last fight in the Crown series, definitely the easiest one. Unfortunately, he is going to play Clearfield here. I'm going to move Gay Justice to the back row. So Clearfield is an annoying move because it means our traps are now down. I expect Foucault will probably shield here, so I'm actually going to set up some more of those traps. And click Careful Shot to hit the front row here. And get a 3-point.
Nice.
All right. So these two both have Rainbow, which means they can only attack the back row. And that means I know Castleet isn't going to get hit by an attack here, and I can just tag in Fruit Bolts. And now we should probably be fine to win. I think Foucault's going to shield again. Unfortunately, oh, wait, that was the last point. Awesome, cool. So we're now coming up to the end of the run. This is the final fight, and we don't have to win it. We are going to put Fruit Bolts to the front because they're going to have an easier time falling over. Unfortunately, the Gay Bat is going down. But either way, we probably have time for like one more donation if you'd like critique before the end of the run.
Of course, we got $5 from the Valiant Sun saying GG defeating
Hi,
God
Jess.
Sports. But also, really quick, I want to say we did meet that Uko mode incentive, so let's go, everyone.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
All right. So the Sports King in the back there is just making us continue to play, even though we've already like lost the match. So we're just gonna lose while all of the friends we made along the way come and show up and tell them how much the league sucks. It's all
There was
very
a story somewhere
anti-capitalist. It's
in that.
fantastic. There is a story. Let me be so real. The story in this game is awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Go play this
We
game.
just don't experience any of it in the speedrun, but
Do you
should.
want?
You all
do
should.
you want anti-capitalist messages in your creature collector? Do you want queer characters? Go play this game. It's in early access, so you'll notice there is some unfinished art, which is on the screen right now. They are very consistently putting out updates, but time is coming up right here. Time. All right, I can calm down and stop talking 5 miles a minute now. 50 minutes is not a bad time at all.
Nope.
Yeah, that was all our coaches. Go play this game.
Have any shout-outs you'd like to make before you move on?
Absolutely. Do my commentators have any before I get into mine?
I think I've already kind of shouted out the members of the community who I know have done a lot of work on this. That's my major thing.
Lots of people contributed to finding the tricks and weird routing things in this run.
All right, since they're not going to do it, I'll shout them out for them. Misty streams on Twitch at mistypalms. Zonk streams on Twitch at zonkmasterx. You can go watch them sometimes. We sometimes do bingo matches live. Those are fun. Bingo in this game is a great time and features like PvP matches in the middle. This game has a fantastic PvP scene. Bingo PvP is very silly in comparison. But either way, I stream probably at least once a week. It's not entirely regular, but frequently at Hallow on Twitch. You can follow me on Blue Sky and join my Discord, which I just started recently. And I'll be running this category again, hopefully with less stuff, at Preventathon in just under a week. So if you haven't seen enough Beastieball speedrunning and want to watch me do the exact same thing again, go check that out. Other than that, thanks to the incredible devs of this game who you've been seeing go by in the credits music. Now we're into the Kickstarter backers, but Greg, Damien, thank you for all your work on the design of this game. Lena for the awesome music. M for the awesome sound design work, and everyone else on the In-Shell and the Pit team who's worked on it. Harlow for a whole bunch of Beastie designs in the 3D backgrounds, Alexis for the animation, and the other two animators whose names I do not remember because you are newer to the team. I am so sorry. I could go on forever. Wishes Unlimited make fantastic games. Go play Beastieball.
Yeah, go play Beastieball.
Have a good rest of your GD Queer.